I'm not fighting no more. Kelly, let me do my job. I just told you I didn't want to do no interviews, and you said you are going to do interviews. Now you told me to do interviews. Now you're trying to take me away from them. No. Let me show Dante's Boxing Nation some love.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's been at the Mayweather Boxing Club for years, grinding, working hard. Dante also, paid a lot of his own money, just like a lot of different other companies, to support us. So I must show love back.
Hey, let me ask you, Robert, your brother and your father, I seen an interview you guys did where they gave Floyd Mayweather high praise. I believe your brother said that it was his favorite fighter, and your dad gave him really, really high praise as one of the all-time greats. Let's say because Floyd is the favorite to win this fight against Manny Pacquiao, if he goes in there and he wins this fight decisively, no controversy, where would you personally rate him?
You know what, this fight would really put him up there as if not one of the greatest, the greatest, because this fight with Pacquiao, Pacquiao is also one of the greatest.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So just to go over that clip I just played right there, that was an interview I did a couple years ago with Robert Garcia, and I wanted to make a correction because I misquoted what Robert Garcia's father and trainer said. I said in the interview that he said that Floyd Mayweather was, one of the greatest or all-time greats. Robert Garcia's father actually said that Floyd Mayweather is the greatest fighter of all time, which I corrected that misquote in another interview I did with Robert Garcia that same day. But I wanted to clear that up. Once again, I'm talking about Robert Garcia and Mikey Garcia's father and trainer, Eduardo Garcia. So for the record, you have Robert Garcia's brother, Mikey Garcia, who said that Floyd Mayweather was his favorite fighter, and you have Robert Garcia's father, who said that Floyd Mayweather was the greatest fighter of all time. Now, with that all being said, this video is about what Robert Garcia just recently said in a quick little conversation he had with Ellie Setback. He basically said that Floyd Mayweather, or he said Canelo would beat Floyd Mayweather's ass right now if they were to fight. And he also said that his brother, Mikey Garcia, would beat Floyd Mayweather right now as well. But before I get deeper into that, let me just go back to what, once again, Robert Garcia's father and Robert Garcia's brother, Mikey Garcia, said about Floyd Mayweather. Hearing Team Garcia say these things about Floyd Mayweather, can you guys imagine how much that pisses off these racist fans that support Mikey Garcia? And I'm not obviously talking about all the fans. I'm talking about that percentage of the extreme racist ones. This is the reason why the truth will always make these decafs look stupid. Eventually, the truth will always come to light. I mean, do you know how stupid that makes these decafs look? The fighter that you hate the most, the fighter that you discredit the most, even the fighters that you actually defend and actually like, they're praising that black fighter as the greatest. That has really got to hurt these racist decafs' feelings. Because as much as these racist fans would like to come out and say, hey man, stop kissing these black fighters' ass and etc., they're not going to say that now. They're certainly not going to say it about someone who they actually like and isn't black, like a Robert Garcia or Robert Garcia's father or his brother Mikey Garcia. All they could do is wipe their damn tears away and accept it. So I have to say, with Robert Garcia making this recent statement saying that Canelo would beat Floyd Mayweather's ass, it's so much to say about this. The first thing I want to say is, if Robert Garcia would have said Canelo Alvarez, he should beat him at age 41, and it shouldn't even be competitive. If Robert Garcia would have said that, that would have made a lot more sense. See, a lot of people don't realize when people talk about someone being competitive or someone beating Floyd Mayweather at 41, people don't realize how much they are actually praising Floyd Mayweather. Because if Floyd Mayweather was able to beat Canelo Alvarez when he was close to 40, he was 37 going on 38, and Canelo Alvarez was 23. Canelo was 15 to 20 pounds bigger than Floyd Mayweather. He was at a higher weight class. He was stronger than Floyd Mayweather. Canelo had almost every physical advantage over Floyd Mayweather. Now, guys, once again, I want to reverse the roles. Imagine if Floyd Mayweather was the 23-year-old and it was Canelo that was close to 40 and they fought against each other and Floyd was at a higher weight class. If those roles were reversed, I know all of us would be picking Floyd Mayweather to not only beat Canelo Alvarez, but possibly stop him in a fight like that. In fact, it would be considered a huge cherry pick if Floyd Mayweather had all of those advantages over Canelo Alvarez. So now we know that if the older Floyd Mayweather, the old man close to 40, the smaller guy, if he dominates Canelo Alvarez, and then we know if the 23-year-old Floyd Mayweather dominates or knocks out Canelo Alvarez, now you say, but Canelo Alvarez, he can beat the 41-year-old Floyd Mayweather right now. I mean, let's just think about that for a second. Forget about who you think would win the fight. What does that say about Floyd Mayweather and what does it say about Canelo Alvarez? The fact that, once again, you have people talking about the fight as if it's on an even playing field. And I've heard quite a few people, from casual fans to regular boxing fans, say this to me like, man, what do you think would happen now? What do you think would happen now if Canelo fought against Floyd Mayweather? The question, it implies a couple different things. The main thing it implies is these fans are telling you that they don't care what type of disadvantage Floyd Mayweather is at. They just want to see him lose. Their dream is to see him take an L. They don't care if Floyd Mayweather is 59. As long as he will get in the ring with someone and possibly lose, then they want to see the fight. But what that question also suggests is Floyd Mayweather is on an entirely different level than Canelo Alvarez and any other fighter. Because when you're talking about a fight being made with a man that is 41 years old, and you're still talking about the fight as if, once again, it's an even match fight, that tells you what they think about Floyd Mayweather's talent. So my point is, as much as some of these fans hate Floyd Mayweather, they're forced to admit that he is truly one of the greatest, if not the greatest, as Robert Garcia's father and trainer, Eduardo Garcia, put it, and as Oscar De La Hoya and Nacho Beristain put it. And once again, these are not black trainers saying these things about Floyd Mayweather. I say this because this is always the agenda in the narrative that these racist fans like to push. They always try to make it seem like the only person that would say something like that about Floyd Mayweather is a black person. Then they start posting racial slurs in the comment section just because a black person is saying anything positive or true about Floyd Mayweather. So with Robert Garcia saying this, there's no doubt about it. When he says this, you have to take it with a grain of salt. Because Robert Garcia, he said on many occasions in interviews, when it comes to predictions that involve a fighter like Canelo Alvarez, I remember when it came to Canelo versus Edeslani Lara, when he was asked to make his prediction, he said, and I quote, "Canelo is Mexican, so I have to go with the Mexican guy." Now, once again, there's nothing wrong with him saying that, but if he says something like that, then clearly you understand where this statement came from, and you understand the substance of it when you know that this is how Robert Garcia thinks when it comes to Canelo Alvarez. So it's obviously a partisan statement. And obviously it's not a surprise either that he would say that his brother would beat Floyd Mayweather as well. Once again, man, what people don't realize, and this is what I meant when I said that Robert Garcia is sounding a little bit like Oscar De La Hoya, is I think sometimes people forget that everything that you say is recorded, right? I tell you guys all the time, one of the most dangerous weapons in the world is a microphone and a camera. And when you say something like this, but then we know for a fact that even your own family, they look at Floyd Mayweather as arguably the greatest fighter of all time, then we kind of get the whole truth. Now, as far as them fighting against each other, with Floyd Mayweather at 41 and Canelo Alvarez now fighting at 160, if Canelo couldn't beat Floyd Mayweather at 37 or 38, and we all agree that Floyd Mayweather would have still beat Canelo if he was that young baby at 23, and probably would have beat him even worse. Not probably, he would have. If we agree that Floyd Mayweather once again would beat him at 37, at 38, at 36, he would have beat him at 23. Let's say Canelo could beat Floyd Mayweather at 41. How much credit would it be worth for Canelo Alvarez? Once again, let's reverse the roles one more time, and let's extend it a little bit. Let's say it was Floyd Mayweather that lost and got dominated by an older, smaller Canelo Alvarez that was close to 40 years old. Floyd loses to the 37-year-old Canelo Alvarez, then Floyd Mayweather moves up to middleweight, and now he wants to fight the 41-year-old Canelo Alvarez. And him, his team, and all the Mayweather supporters, they start saying Floyd Mayweather would beat Canelo Alvarez's ass right now. What do you think these fans would say? What do you think the Canelo Alvarez fans would say about that? What do you think the rest of the fans would say? They would say, Floyd, sit your ass down somewhere. You already lost to an old Canelo. Now you want to fight him because he's even older and much smaller than you? They would criticize the hell out of Floyd Mayweather, and they would be completely against Canelo fighting Floyd Mayweather in a rematch at age 41. I mean, you guys got to understand something. These are the same fans that made excuses for why Jose Benavidez lost to Terrence Crawford, but yet they talk about Canelo Alvarez beating Floyd Mayweather at age 41. Once again, proving that they don't care what disadvantage Floyd Mayweather is in. In fact, they're hoping that Floyd Mayweather will go in the ring and injure himself bad to where you can obviously see he's limping in the ring, he's hopping on one leg or whatever. They would love to see him at a disadvantage to where he would still take an L. They don't care how they get it, they just want to see a blemish on his record. But let one of their favorite fighters that they support go in the ring with no disadvantages and watch them make every excuse in the world why he lost the fight. Just like they made excuses for a young, bigger, stronger Canelo Alvarez losing to a man that was closer to 40 years old. Just like they made excuses for Manny Pacquiao losing to Floyd. Just like they made excuses for Jose Benavidez losing to Terrence Crawford. Oh, but they want to see Floyd Mayweather fight Golovkin at middleweight. They want to see Floyd Mayweather fight Canelo at middleweight at age 41. We know what time it is at the end of the day. So I don't really take this real serious, what Robert Garcia said. I mean, this is just boxing talk at the end of the day. But if we are talking some boxing talk, I'm going to talk with common sense and back it up with facts, as I always do on this channel. So that's pretty much what it is. But what I really want to hear from Robert Garcia is, what does he think about Canelo Alvarez fighting against his mandatory Jermall Charlo? And why does he think Canelo Alvarez decided to fight Rocky Fielding at 168 instead of fighting Jermall Charlo? If Robert Garcia believes that Canelo Alvarez will beat a 41-year-old Floyd Mayweather, does he believe that Canelo Alvarez will beat Jermall Charlo? But not just beat him, why hasn't he fought him yet? And when will he fight him? I mean, I say forget about the fantasy matches. Let's talk about the matches that should be taking place right now. Let's see if Canelo Alvarez gets in the ring with him. I believe with Canelo Alvarez signing an 11-fight deal, eventually I believe he will get in there with Charlo. I believe he will have no choice but to get in there with Charlo. So for the meantime, Canelo Alvarez, he's going to be fighting against Rocky Fielding because he believes that that's the much easier fight. And thank God for DAZN, we don't have to pay for it. So if you want to watch this fight completely for free, which would have been on pay-per-view if Canelo Alvarez didn't sign with DAZN, if you want to watch this fight for free, make sure you guys click on my link in the description box. You'll get a free month of DAZN. You'll get all the fights that they're airing this month, and you'll get that Canelo versus Rocky Fielding fight for free. So go ahead, show that support to my channel by clicking on that link and starting your free trial. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. Yep.